Hey, how's it going? It's Ryan from Interactive Garage. Today in our admin overview, we are going to go over sales leads. So sales leads, this is a big piece. This is going to be really helpful for you in your sales department as far as being able to see what customers are clicking on your site, see what builds that they're creating. So let's just go ahead and jump right in because this one's going to take a little bit. So we're going to start this on the year, make, model page of the main site just because the sales lead is generated by a customer going in, selecting a vehicle. So let's go ahead and stick with our JLU. I'm going to go with 392. So the sales lead, which I'll pop over to the admin, is here's the tab here. I'm going to go ahead and put a few products on this vehicle. So we'll change out the bumper. Want to delete a couple things from AEV. Maybe I'll put some graphics on here. Maybe a different hood logo. And let's just finish it off by a set of running boards. Okay, a couple products on the vehicle, and you'll see that the email build vehicle is here. So the email build, if no products are put on, that button is not selectable. So as soon as this a product is put on, that's when the customer is able to click that. Pop-up of information. So we ask for the first name, last name, and email. We don't require anything beyond that, mainly because we learned that the more that you ask for, the less response that you're going to get. So I'm going to go ahead and leave what was pre-filled in. This is a big one here, the check box. So this is going to tell you in the sales lead if you can reach back out to the customer, right? So if they unclick that, it's pretty much saying, don't contact me. But if they leave it clicked, and I'll show you where that is in the admin, that you can, and send the build. So what that's going to do is trigger a build email that is coming from, so that build goes to the customer. Sorry, I'm on a different screen here. So it goes to the customer. So in this case, I am the customer, puts the vehicle information, the customer information. This text is a templated text that we just got going for you. If you want to change that, just let us know. I've got a template that I can send you that you can change that. Your logo will be here, not the Mopar logo. The customer can see their vehicle and all the products that they did put on their vehicle. So very straightforward. Customer does not know that you are blind copied on this, so whoever is deemed the receiver of these from your company or multiple people are blind copied on this. And so let's go ahead and close that out and then go into the admin. So I'm just going to do a refresh since, again, everything's live on this. So you'll see that a couple test ones were done. This one was the one I just did. So again, sales leads tab, here it is. I can view the details, and the details are going to give you exactly what came over on the email. So you're going to see the customer information. You're going to see what vehicle that they have and what products that they were interested in. Email consent. So again, you can filter here to say if there was a no, there would be yes and a no. You can filter by that. Really cool. You can filter by vehicle. So if more were in here, you could sit here and say, okay, let's look at everyone that has done a Gladiator. So it'll filter by the Gladiator. You filter by name. So if you know a particular person that buys a lot of products from you, you can filter by just who that person is. So a lot of features inside this piece. Couple more steps here. So I'm going to go back into the view details. And at the bottom here, export sales leads. So what this is going to do is it's going to actually give you a CSV file. I'm going to go ahead and open that up too. So let's say you have some sort of program that can take a CSV file and put it into your DMS. or an email program that you can reach back out to, in this case me. So that CSV file is available to download. And then, so that's on an individual basis. On a larger basis, you can actually do export of sales leads by all builds, by date range, if you just want to see the sales leads that were done last month or this month or last week. And then that again just does a mass CSV file that you can, sort, filter. You can see like this is the one that I did, and here's all the products. There's the affiliate accessory Rockslide Engineer products that we did. All the attributes that come with that part or those parts or whatever the customer put on their program. So a lot to digest there, but go ahead and click around on that. Sales leads, super cool. Again, I would suggest on a daily basis to go in there and just kind of see, is there something that you need to reach back out to the customer for? In the email, it does actually say someone will reach back out to you if you have any questions. You can do that via the email that they send, or if they consented to contact them later, you can do that by the phone number that they give or what have you. So there is another part of the sales leads that we can talk about. So that would be over in the request parts. I'm sorry, not the request parts, but we're going to stick with the sales leads and go back to this page. So when the customer did send this build, this pops up. So this is another piece that pops up that says save vehicle build. So I'm just going to go ahead and we'll just walk right through this whole save vehicle build process, which is also My Garage. So, I'm new here, so this if I had a login already, I would just put my email and password. I'm going to go ahead and create an account just so you can see what a customer would have to do. So we're going to go Ryan Hagel. I'm going to do my Gmail account. I'm going to create an account. Your account has been created. So then it's going to ask me to log in. And actually, I'm also going to, let's see, I'm going to show you that the customer does get an email that looks like this. Again, your logo will be in here, not the Mopar logo. Thanks for creating the account. And this little number here is I'll show you where this comes into play. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. So once I log in, it's going to ask me, go right into the part of, what do I want to do with this vehicle? So now what this is doing is you're putting this vehicle in what we call the My Garage. So I'm going to call this Rise 392. And I'm going to save that out, and I will show you where that is. So here is where the customer has to put in. So you might have saved the vehicle out and created an account, but it hasn't been verified. That's where this email comes in for the verification. So they can either copy and paste or just type it right in. I'm going to copy and paste, activate account, and I'm going to view my build. So again, the really cool part about this is, let's say a customer has a Ram 1500 and a Jeep, and then their kids have a Compass or what have you. So instead of having to come back onto your website and creating the same vehicle again over and over and over, okay, this is the vehicle I have. This garage, or the My Garage, will allow a customer to pop right into their account and launch a build. So now with this launch in the build, it automatically puts the parts that I already had saved on that build on the vehicle. So it's kind of like a parts package, but instead of having to click parts package, now you're just launching the vehicle right for the customer of their vehicle. And down the road, or let's say, right now the customer says, yeah, I think I'm ready for some different wheels. puts a different wheel on there, and I'll do a save vehicle. So it'll say, do I want to update my current build or save a new vehicle? Well, if I update it, then those wheels, I'll show you, will show back up on the vehicle. So they'll be able to keep coming back to their vehicle over and over again and keep putting new parts or different parts on their vehicle, ordering their parts. So their add to cart button, the add to cart will go ahead and order the parts that are in their cart. And then last, the sales lead. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh the sales lead. So here is that new vehicle, and where you're going to see the build type. So the very first one I showed you was an email build, and then that last one was a saved build. So you can see the details of what's in the saved build. Now it doesn't have the picture of the vehicle, but on the saved build, you get to see all the parts that are associated with that vehicle that is saved. And again, as a customer, here's their My Garage piece. They can keep seeing what their vehicle is. They can go and, again, as I was saying before, let's say they want to load up their wife's vehicle or what have you, and it's a different vehicle than the Wrangler. They can simply load that up, tell us what color it is, take a look at what products are available for it, hit Save Build. So Terra's 1500, and now that goes into the garage. So spend some time on that, just so you know what your customers are dealing with. Looking into the save vehicle build, the email vehicle build, as well as the sales leads that come with all that. So again, check in on that as often as you can, because if a customer's clicking around on it and spending the time to email themselves that vehicle or putting it into a garage, you might have a customer that's willing to buy some parts from you. So any questions on this, Ryan at Interactive Garage, hit me up with an email and I'll get right back with you. Thanks.